Hello, chosen black sheep. Welcome, thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful you are here. Today, let's talk about how our need to control hinders every aspect of our lives. When we don't trust ourselves, we become the blockage that keeps us from receiving what we want. And in doing so, we unknowingly stand in the way of what is already being given. So here we go. There is a moment when a person realizes they have been trying too hard. Not to improve, not to grow, but to control. To control outcomes, to control timing, to control how life unfolds, to control how others see them, to control if they are safe, loved, chosen, or provided for. And in these moments, the truth begins to rise. What if the effort you call trying was the hindrance keeping what you want from arriving? I'm not here to teach you how to manifest. I'm not here to tell you to visualize harder or believe more intensely. I'm here to tell you something way more comforting and far more freeing. The moment you stop controlling is the moment you begin to receive everything. The second you begin to trust and allow, what's meant for you begins to unfold and moves towards you naturally. Chosen black sheep, many of us feel like control is strength, but it's actually fear wearing the mask of responsibility, pretending to be strength. Control says, if I don't do this, something bad will happen. If I don't think ahead, life will punish me. If I don't hold things together, I'll lose what matters. But let's look closer. Control is not trust. Control is not wisdom. Control is not clarity. Control is what the mind does when it has forgotten its source. From the beginning, humanity was taught to strive outwardly, to fix, to earn, to chase, to become. But Christ never taught striving, and Sophia never whispered fear. They taught alignment. They taught remembrance. They taught that fear is what happens when you've forgotten the source within you. It is not a signal of wisdom, it is a signal of misalignment. They taught through clarity and wisdom, fear dissolves completely. Fear is not something to overcome, it disappears when truth is remembered through trust and understanding. Christ was not just a man you follow. Christ is the Logos, the organizing intelligence of reality itself. He is the clarity behind thought, the order behind chaos. He is the intelligence behind your ability to even know you exist. When he said the kingdom of God is within you, he was not speaking metaphorically. He was stating a literal function of reality. For the kingdom is not something you build, it is something you remember and return to. And what is the kingdom? It is the state of wholeness, where nothing is missing. This is why Christ never begged, never pleaded, and never strived. Christ simply spoke, and things aligned. Not because he controlled reality, but because he was coherent with it. Chosen black sheep, Sophia is not an idea. Sophia is felt knowing. She is the intelligence of the heart. She is the wisdom that needs no explanation. Sophia does not rush. Sophia does not panic. Sophia does not manipulate outcomes. Sophia allows and receives. When Sophia moves through you, you stop trying to control and dominate life, and life begins to naturally unfold for you. This is why effort collapses the second wisdom arrives, because wisdom sees what effort never could, that nothing has ever been missing or withheld. Sophia is the wisdom of the heart. She is the knowing that what's meant for you will show up when you allow things to unfold naturally, instead of forcing them through striving and effort. Here is the paradox most people never realize. You cannot receive while telling life you don't trust it. Control is a message. It says, I don't believe what is here is enough. I don't believe what is coming will arrive. I don't believe I am supported or safe unless I hold it all together and control everything. And life listens to the state you are in, because the state you hold is the true asking. This is not a punishment or a judgment. This is a reflection of the state you carry. This is when control becomes the prayer you never meant to pray. In this quiet shift, life responds, not to your words, but to the state you're holding. Control tightens, trust withdraws, and what was moving toward you seems to slow or even stop. But the moment you release control and enter the state of trust and allowance, Christ returns as clarity, Sophia returns as wisdom, and everything meant for you begins to move toward you naturally once again. Chosen black sheep, at some point, usually after you're exhausted, heartbroken, or just done trying. Control starts to slip. Not in a dramatic way. You just get tired of holding everything together. You stop grasping for the future. You stop replaying conversations in your head. You stop trying to force the timing in your life. And in that quiet space, something miraculous happens. You don't fall apart. You actually begin to settle into balance. Because underneath all that control, there was never any chaos waiting for you. There was order. This order is the clarity of Christ. And underneath all the striving, there was never any lack. There was only wisdom. This is the understanding of Sophia. Christ and Sophia restore the trust you lost while trying to control and hold everything together. Receiving is not taking. Receiving is not chasing. Receiving is not forcing. Receiving is not convincing life you deserve something more. Receiving is allowing what already belongs to you to reach you naturally, without resistance or control. This is why so many people say the best things in their lives showed up by accident. Not because they were lucky, and not because they figured something out, but because they weren't trying to make anything happen. They weren't controlling the outcome or forcing the timing. They were simply present, relaxed, aware in their body, aligned with what was already here. And in that moment, life didn't need to be forced or chased. It had room to arrive naturally. True prayer does not beg, and it does not plead for something to change. True prayer remembers. It remembers what is already true within you beneath the noise, the fear, and the effort. When Christ prayed, he wasn't asking to be heard or convincing anything outside of himself. He was aligning with what already was. He stood in clarity, and from that clarity, things moved. And when Sophia moves through you, something similar happens. You stop asking the same questions over and over. You stop searching for answers life has already given you, and you become quiet enough to hear and listen. And in that listening, you receive direction, not as a command or some dramatic sign. It shows up calmly, gently, with a certainty you cannot deny. It's not loud, it's not overwhelming, it's clear. And once you feel it, you know it. Chosen black sheep. Here's the thing that most people never realize. You don't start receiving after you finally let go, like life was holding everything back until you got it right. The truth is, things were already coming to you the whole time. Clarity, support, opportunities, even timing. They were already moving to you. But control was the only thing blocking you from seeing it. You were so busy trying to manage and control everything that you couldn't see or feel what was already being given and lining up for you. Nothing was late. Nothing was missing. You weren't being tested or punished. You were just blocking the doorway, gripping the handle, afraid to allow and step into what was already waiting for you. The only thing in the way was your need to control. Life wasn't holding anything back. You were blocking it. When Christ and Sophia finally come back into alignment within you, things don't suddenly become perfect, but they do become clear. Your mind stops spinning in circles, trying to control every outcome, and your heart settles into a quiet knowing that doesn't need constant reassurance. You're not trying to be calm or wise anymore, you just are. And from that place, the constant pushing finally stops. Not because you've given up, not because you don't care, but because you feel that things are already moving the way they are supposed to. And slowly, almost without noticing, everything begins to feel different. Life feels more abundant. Time doesn't feel like it's wearing you down. Instead of feeling chased by the future, you start to feel like you're being carried forward by something you can finally trust. Chosen black sheep, nothing in your life was ever late, broken or missing. You weren't failing, falling behind or being tested. The moment you release control, you discover life has already placed everything at your feet. Not as a reward, not as compensation, not because you earned it, but because it was always yours, the second you began to trust and allow and stopped trying to take it. If this struck a chord within you, please like, share, and subscribe. Now seek these things inside yourself, and remember, I love you. Until next time.